So, constructive alignment, as I understand it, is a theory or framework for better learning and teaching. Somewhat predictably, it brings together useful principles from both words, constructive and alignment. Alignment is a deceptively simple concept that there should be a direct relationship between what we hope students are going to learn, what or how we teach it, and what or how we assess it. So those three elements. When these are aligned and consistent, we can expect that both students and teachers are getting better results, or more expected results perhaps, from a course. This middle element, what or how we teach, is particularly important, as the second principle of the theory is its foundation in constructivism, which basically argues that knowledge is constructed, not received. And the process of learning needs to be led by the student, and knowledge is created or produced by the student rather than just transmitted by a teacher. So while the teacher and the learner both have to take responsibility for what is learned, constructive alignment is an extension of the idea that what the student actually does is more important than what the teacher does. Now, while there seems to be no shortage of diagrams on the internet, I've tried to think of constructively aligned learning as a sort of journey between A and B, and tried to illustrate it this way, with the students maybe being thought of as explorers, asking questions or investigating and integrating learning with what they already know about the world and where they want to go. And in this context, the teacher functions more as a guide or facilitator or accelerator almost for learning, and their role is to point the way or create a context or present a roadmap of sorts to give the student the tools basically to achieve the goals and mark out the various stages of the learning path. So thinking then again of these three elements of learning or course design, you maybe have in the first instance like an aspiration or a reason for starting a journey that is your intended outcome. Then maybe some idea of what success looks like that reflects the learning outcomes, that would be your assessment. And then the teaching and learning activity is what sort of encourages and improves progress towards this outcome, maybe helping to avoid common pitfalls or the importance of effort or practice, maybe encouragement. And hopefully it's sort of obvious here then that when these elements are not aligned, you have a scenario where students effectively have barriers that actually complicate their learning or get in the way of their success, a sort of obstacle course. However, in a constructively aligned course, students are able to take the necessary steps to progress, hopefully arriving in a new place with new knowledge and new horizons.